Motivation is a lie. Yes, you heard that correctly. Motivation feels powerful in the moment. It excites you. It gives you energy. It makes you feel ready to change your life. But motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. It rises and falls. It depends on your emotions, and emotions are unstable. If your success depends on motivation, your success will always be inconsistent. But discipline changes everything. Right now, the difference between where you are and where you want to be is not motivation. It is discipline. The life you dream about is not built on excitement. It is built on daily commitment. Before we go deeper, subscribe to Mindset and Dominion. Subscribe now and commit to transformation. Now understand this clearly. Motivation makes you start. Discipline makes you continue. Motivation makes you excited on day 1. Discipline keeps you working on day 100. Motivation depends on how you feel. Discipline depends on your decision. This is why most people fail to reach their goals. They wait to feel motivated before they act. They wait for the perfect mood. They wait for inspiration. They wait for energy. But successful people act whether they feel like it or not. That is the secret of high performers. They do not rely on emotion. They rely on structure. They do not depend on excitement. They depend on commitment. They do not wait for motivation. They practice discipline. Look at your life honestly. How many things did you start with motivation but never finished? How many plans did you abandon when excitement faded? How many goals disappeared because you did not feel like continuing? This is the danger of motivation. It creates temporary action but not lasting change. Discipline creates transformation. Discipline is waking up when you want to sleep. Discipline is working when you feel tired. Discipline is choosing growth over comfort. Discipline is doing what must be done regardless of emotion. And this is what builds success. There is a powerful principle in Book of Proverbs 12:24. Diligent hands rule, but laziness leads to struggle. This reveals a timeless truth. Consistent effort produces authority and results. Discipline produces dominion. Many people pray for success but avoid discipline. Many desire change but resist effort. Many want results without responsibility, but success follows structure. You cannot build a strong life with weak habits. Your daily habits determine your destiny. What you repeatedly do becomes who you become. Your future is created by your routines. If your habits are inconsistent, your results will be inconsistent. If your habits are disciplined, your life becomes powerful. This is why discipline is freedom. At first, discipline feels difficult. It feels uncomfortable. It requires effort. But over time, discipline produces strength, confidence, stability, and results. Lack of discipline produces the opposite: chaos, regret, weakness, and limitation. You are always choosing one. Now understand something deeper. Discipline builds identity. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Every time you follow through on your commitments, you strengthen your self-respect. Every time you act despite resistance, you become stronger. But when you constantly break promises to yourself, your belief in yourself weakens. Discipline is self-trust in action. High performers trust themselves because they have trained themselves to act consistently. They do not negotiate with comfort. They do not debate with laziness. They do not wait for feelings. They move. and this is why they succeed. If you are gaining value from this message and you want teachings that build unstoppable discipline, subscribe now to Mindset and Dominion and continue this journey. Now imagine two people. One person waits for motivation. They work only when inspired. They act only when excited. Their progress is slow and inconsistent. The other person follows discipline. They work daily. They act consistently. They show up regardless of emotion. Their progress is unstoppable. Who succeeds? Consistency always defeats intensity. Small, disciplined actions repeated daily produce massive results over time. This is the law of growth. But many people misunderstand discipline. They think discipline means punishment or suffering. But discipline is not punishment. It is training. Athletes train their bodies. Leaders train their minds. Successful people train their habits. Training produces strength. Your mind must be trained to act beyond comfort. Your body must be trained to endure effort. Your habits must be trained to produce results. Without training, potential remains unused. Another truth, discipline removes excuses. Excuses thrive where discipline is absent. But when discipline becomes your standard, excuses lose power. You stop saying, "I don't feel like it. I will start tomorrow. It is too hard." You simply act. And action changes everything. Discipline also creates momentum. When you act consistently, progress becomes natural. Success becomes predictable. Growth becomes inevitable. But the hardest part is starting. Your mind will resist discipline because discipline demands change. It demands effort. It demands responsibility. But remember this, the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret is permanent. Choose your pain. Temporary discomfort or lifelong regret. Effort now or limitation later. Discipline today or struggle tomorrow. The choice is always yours. Now understand the spiritual dimension of discipline. Discipline aligns your actions with your purpose. It aligns your behavior with your goals. It aligns your life with your values. Without discipline, intentions remain dreams. Even faith requires discipline. Faith requires consistent action, consistent belief, consistent obedience. Faith without action produces nothing. Your life reflects what you practice daily. Right now, your results reveal your level of discipline. Your finances reflect your discipline. Your health reflects your discipline. Your mindset reflects your discipline. Your discipline reflects your discipline. If you want different results, change your habits. Transformation is not dramatic, it is daily. Wake up earlier, work consistently, study regularly, control distractions, stay focused. Simple actions repeated daily create extraordinary outcomes. High performers understand this. They build routines. They build systems. They remove decision fatigue by creating structure. They do not rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Systems create consistency. Consistency creates results. Your future is hidden inside your daily routine. Now pause and ask yourself honestly, are your daily actions moving you toward your goals or away from them? Because discipline requires honesty. You cannot change what you refuse to confront. You cannot grow without responsibility. Take ownership of your life. No one else controls your habits. No one else controls your effort. No one else controls your discipline. Your destiny is your responsibility. This is what separates high performers from average people. They do not blame circumstances. They do not blame others. They control what they can control, their actions, and action produces power. Another powerful truth: discipline strengthens your mind. Every time you resist distraction, your focus grows. Every time you overcome resistance, your willpower increases. Every time you choose effort, your mental strength expands. You become harder to stop. Your mind becomes stronger than your emotions. And when your mind is stronger than your feelings, your life changes. You no longer depend on motivation. You create results through discipline. You become unstoppable. But discipline requires commitment, not temporary effort, lifelong commitment. You must choose discipline every day. Choose growth every day. Choose responsibility every day. Because the life you want is built by what you do daily. Imagine your future if you become disciplined. Imagine your progress, your confidence, your strength, your success. But also imagine the cost of remaining inconsistent, missed opportunities, delayed dreams, unrealized potential. Discipline determines which future becomes real. You have the power to decide. You can remain controlled by feelings, or you can control your actions. You can wait for motivation, or you can build discipline. One leads to frustration. The other leads to transformation. Choose discipline. Choose consistency. Choose responsibility. Choose growth. Because motivation is temporary, but discipline builds destiny. If this message challenged you, subscribe to Mindset and Dominion, like this video, comment, "I choose discipline," and share this message with someone who needs transformation. Your new life begins with your next decision.